Alrighty then, g'day guys, and welcome! My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Hero Forge Legendary, where we gather up together and we play around with Hero Forge, a wonderful 3D model making program for role-playing games and, well, really other tabletop role-playing games. And yeah, we're just basically going to be mucking about today with some characters. Now, what's the point of this? Why do we do this every Wednesday? Oh god, I'm moving stuff. I'm moving the wrong things. I'm trying to get things in frames. It doesn't like me. It always likes to shift things around. There we go. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah, that'll be fine. Anyway, so yeah, why do we do this? Why do we gather up, and why do we make characters? Well, mostly because, one, Hero Forge is an amazingly robust tool for making your own models. Not just for the use of 3D printing, but if you, like me, play a lot of games online, it is a wonderful tool to be able to create amazing character art, to, sort of breathe some very custom life to your NPCs, because, of course, unlike your regular 3D model, you can actually change the poses. You can show people in moments of distress. You can show people in, happy moments. You can see, a person who has suddenly revealed that they're a tiefling. You can change so much about this, and that's kind of one of the things I love about it. But more importantly, when we print these out, sometimes we don't quite know what we're going to be getting. So the point of Legendary is to not only show what you can do with Hero Forge, but also have these models that we make during the Legendary series printed out so that we can review them, as well as review some of your wonderful artworks and stuff in Hero Forge as well, because, it's fun. It's fun. I do apologize in advance. I do have a little bit of a cough, but it's okay. It'll come and go. I'll try to mute myself where I can. Now, traditionally, when we do this, what we normally do is we do we set a theme. So the theme might be, hey, we want to play around with the transparent plastics, or it might be we want to play around with the decals. Now, today, I'm going to go with no theme. There's going to be no particular feature that I want to explore. There is the war paint, and I'm going to say this, but I want to save that for another video because I have another idea in mind. So, as you can see here, there are, tons of new, war paint decals, which are really, really cool that I want to explore. But again, in due time. For now, however, I want to go with us building a character from its base concept, working through its backstory until we have something that we like. So, I guess let's start off with some ideas. What would you guys like to see from this week's Legendary? What are the sort of things that you guys would be really keen on us building today? Leave the ideas in chat. You can have multiple ideas. I'm going to just pick kind of the 5 best ones. If we get 5, maybe we will. Fragility, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome in. We've done so much fantasy. Let's go for sci-fi. Well, again, it'll be all about concept. So best concepts, and then we'll vote for it. So yeah, we can do sci-fi. We can do modern. We could do something for Avatar: The Last Airbender, because that's a new RPG that's being kickstarted at the moment. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've got a playtest group happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, what day is it? Wednesday. Yes, I have a playtest group happening tomorrow. Lance agrees in some science fiction stuff. Yep. Also, hi McBluff. Hello. Yeah. Character concepts. So we got sci-fi. Steampunk sci-fi. Steampunk sci-fi. Spunkfi? No, ugh. Gross. Never mind. Ignore me. Steampunk sci-fi. Alright, let's throw in Diesel Punk. Ooh, Diesel Punk could be kind of cool. Alright, keep throwing in ideas. Okay, idea for today. So I'm going to put steampunk as one. We're going to go with sci-fi as another. Diesel Punk seems interesting, but I'm going to put that one out on the ledge here. I'm going to leave that one on the ledge. So steampunk, sci-fi, any other suggestions? Anything at all? I've heard of Default. It's kind of like your Mad Max Fury Road kind of style. That's what Diesel Punk is. It's kind of like like your post-apocalyptic sort of world trying to run off like really extreme use of like fossil fuels. Yeah. All right, other ideas. Let us move adjacent to these ideas. Post-apocalypse. Okay, yeah, let's throw in post-apocalypse. Oh, no, you were defining it for them. Yep. Medieval. Post-apocalypse medieval. Okay, that's interesting. I like that one. That's kind of cool. Medieval post-apocalypse. That kind of leaves a lot of really interesting ideas. Like, we have an idea of, like, what it would be like without, like, energy, food, water, and stuff like that. But what happened during events like the Black Plague, where, food and resources were scarce and stuff like that? That could be very interesting. Gothic. Gothic character. Like a Hammer horror type character. That could be a lot of fun. And I need one more. Glam Vamp. No Glam Vamp. We do try to keep these ones different. It's a funny idea, but yes, we do try to keep these ones very, very different from one another. And last week we made our glam rock guy. There you go. Ooh, yay! Also, hi Callie. I hope your stream is going well. All right, one more idea. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna throw in one here. I'm gonna go with the Avatar: The Last Airbender idea. Yeah. So Avatar: The Last Airbender is my last idea. Kind of fell asleep when you said, yeah, sofas are comfy. Sofas are dangerously comfy. Shaman. Oh, a shaman. Let's have a look. I'm gonna take out Gothic only because I feel like Gothic will come up again. And I think we have a couple of Gothic characters that we've made over the recent few things, and I'm gonna throw in a shaman. So like a tribal. Because I mean, there's a lot that could be happening to that. It's like different cultures, different like sort of, just types of shaman. There could be a lot of things. So the poll is now officially up, ladies and gentlemen. So be sure to cast your vote. It's a 5-minute poll for this one, just so that we can, have a chat, so we can get to know a little bit about what we're looking at. So medieval style after an apocalypse from modern day. So like we lost civilization that is seen around, spoken of myth and legend. I don't know. I think for me it would be more of like, imagine if our traditional idea of like a post-apocalyptic world happened, but during medieval times. So like if zombies, for example, right, were rampant in medieval times, what would that look like? I mean, I'm kind of imagining a little bit towards Castlevania, like there's this definite downtrodden vibe, but like knighthood, right? Like for example, you wouldn't have the mines open that would be able to accrue steel that would be used for forging. So if that were the case, then you would have people with piecemeal armor that would be kind of a hodgepodge of different knights that had died in battle, for example. Could be a very interesting, concept to play around with. Because that's what we want to look at. We want to look at kind of the fun and interesting ideas. All right, voting is almost done. We're about almost halfway. Grungy, but corsets, full skirts, only melee weapons, and scavenged gear. Well, I mean, that would be kind of cool. Like, like the torn sleeve damsel in distress with like a chair leg or something. Yeah, stuff like that. Chainmail would put a dampener on medieval zombies. Lol. You'd think that, but that all depends on the type of zombie you're dealing with. I mean, look, I don't want to brag. I am a bit of a zombie connoisseur. If you are dealing with the saliva or the rabies strain of zombie, then yes, chainmail is perfect. However, if you are dealing with the homeophage style of zombie, which is of course the zombie who throws their contagion through their blood, then you've got a lot more to deal with, such as back spray that lands in your eyes, nose, mouth, or from attacks, or if you were being bitten by a mosquito, for example, that had also happened to have feasted on a zombie, then you're in trouble. The 28 days later type. Yeah, 28 days later type is the rabies zombie. George Romero, his zombies were very interesting too because they were intelligent. In the very, very first Dawn of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Is it Dawn of the Dead? Maybe it was. I think it was. I think it was the very first. Night of the Living Dead. The very, very first Night of the Living Dead. The zombies actually called for an ambulance to send more paramedics because they'd eaten the paramedics. They're very intelligent. Very intelligent. What about the Walking Dead type? Anywhere you die, you turn. I always loved that about The Walking Dead, to be honest. Like, I mean, look, I find not explaining zombie apocalypses to be a bit of a cop-out, and The Walking Dead started that trend, I feel. But it did it well. The Walking Dead was great because it was like, we're not going to focus on the why and the how or the trying to stop the zombie apocalypse. It's just a fact. We are in the zombie apocalypse. For reasons unknown to us, people, when you die, regardless of how you die, will, come back up. So I love that idea. But then a lot of groups, a lot of other movies and stuff started doing it where it's like, yeah, there are zombies. We don't need to justify it. And it's like, but I like the idea of, the rabies monkey or, an alien virus or something, because it has world-building implications. The point of The Walking Dead was to show the nature of humanity in that kind of situation. But if you're making a zombie movie where it's a bunch of soldiers supposed to murder a bunch of zombies, then, yeah, you need it for the story to drive it forward. Anyway, I digress. Like I said, big zombie fan. About 13 haven't voted. Oh, my God. Oh, no. But that's fine. Look, everyone doesn't need to vote. Some people like chilling out. But we are 1 or 2 votes away from a decisive winner. So if anyone wants to, you can throw them out now. Huge reason I'm not a zombie fan. No one can ever give me a reason. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, huge reason. Well, give you a reason as to why there should be zombies? I don't know. Well, I'll give you a reason for what, Callie? Let's see. Then you could end up with armored zombies. Yeah, armored zombies. Night zombies. Zombie Knights. That'd be very cool. Alright, it looks like Medieval Apocalypse is taking the lead by 1. Alright, we are creating a character from a medieval apocalypse. So I guess the first question here is what type of apocalypse? I mean, I know we spoke about zombies. So as we vote, I'm gonna throw that one in there right out the gate. So what happened? Because that is going to shape how we style it. So we've got the zombie apocalypse. So let's throw that in there. What other types of apocalypses? What other types of apocalypses are there? How the infection started and spread so massively. Well, truth be told, you're living through one now, Callie. COVID is a great example of how fast infections can spread. And if you don't have the luxury of mass communications, or if you're just arrogant, diseases spread super quick. It's always, and then there were zombies everywhere. If you actually watch the montage, usually at the start of a lot of zombie apocalypse stuff, you'll usually find that's where you'll find a bunch of the newsreels and stuff trying to eke in how the zombie apocalypse starts. Who's that character in Malifaux who's a werewolf? That would be... I do know his name. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I do know who you're talking about. You are talking about... you are talking about... There we go. Ferdinand Vogel. Ferdinand Vogel is who you're talking about, DM Stretch. Check out the book I'm a Legend for Another Take on the Zombies. I have seen the Walking Dead books. There are a lot of very, very cool ones. There's also World War Z. The book is amazing. Volcano, Emily suggests. I like Volcanoes. Volcano is cool. So I'm going to put volcano, and I'm also going to put tectonic. So tectonic shift, so like massive earthquakes and stuff like that. That'd also be very cool. I like that. I've always liked the magically mutually assured destruction. So like magic war, I think is a good one. Yeah, okay, let's throw that one in there. Magic war. Magic World War. I like that. I like that one. That's a cool one. But there are also bodies with no sustenance. They can literally lose half their body and still function. Some can, some can't. Depends on your take on it. The World War Z one is a very interesting and very almost quasi-medical take on it. Things like your body hibernating in order to preserve itself and mummifying in the same way that lungfish do. It's very interesting. I voted for medieval apocalypse on the idea that we are a lost civilization and history is circled round. So kind of like what's that really old movie where the world goes around like a few times. Yeah, I know. I can kind of see what you're saying. So maybe like a post apocalyptic, I guess. But yeah, I think that one's a bit dim. Because keeping in mind, Grizz, ideally we're not writing a novel, right? We're creating a character. So the idea is we need to communicate elements of the character's upbringing, their world lore, and stuff like that within an image. So you can't really get too specific. You know, like, for example, this character right here. This is a perfectly suitable character for that adventure, right? Like, the world has gone around and it's built upon the backs of the same society. It doesn't add anything to the model. It won't add anything to the main characterization. So always remember, specifics are good. Hyper specifics tend to get a little bit away. I'm no damsel. Something a la Doom. Demonic alien race invading. Ooh, wipe out a chunk of the population. So, I mean, that's definitely leaning in that Castlevania idea. So, I mean, let's just throw in, like, the idea of Castlevania. So, like, you know, the demons are taking over the world. Everything's bad. Everything's horrible. Oh, my God. You know, that could be kind of a thing. All right. And then we have... Let's see. You even have the model what you totally forgot. Yeah, I like Ferdinand Vogel. Shannara Chronicles. Shannara Chronicles is really good, really good. Yeah, for sure. It's a trope I dislike, honestly. Now stop distracting me. I'm modding for Matt. Also, say hi to Matt for me. A good GM wouldn't let a little punk like me distract Calindria. No, I mean, that's on Callie. All right. Let's see. What's one? Right. Now they're gone. We'll have to scavenge what can rebuild civilization. Oh, okay. So like mass abduction, is that kind of what you're looking at? Okay. All right. Let's go with. I'm gonna go with lizard folk apocalypse. This is something I'm gonna play with. Like basically the lizard folk have what's the word? They have abducted, should we say? Yeah, they've abducted mass amounts of people, taken them away, and done things to them. We don't know what yet, but yeah, I'm gonna make that the lizard folk one. All right. All right, the poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's throw it in, see what we can get. What do we like? What do we like? Oh, this one's a tough one. I kind of like all of them. I mean, zombies are very obvious, right? I love the idea of the volcanoes because I think it's different and I think it's interesting. Like, the world is splitting apart. It kind of reminds me of, like, the, what do you call it? The Croods adventure. That was very cool. The Magic World War also has massive implications. Lots of world building there, but, you know, again, kind of leans on that kind of quick development of weapons and arms. Castlevania is, again, it's been done, and ultimately we'd end up back in that kind of gothic vein, but that's still good. And the Lizard Folk. Lizard Folk's an interesting one, too. A volcanic apocalypse would create a nuclear winter? Yes, no, it would. It would absolutely. Oh, Magic War and Volcano are neck and neck. It's interesting. Get your votes in. Oh, lizard folk are Wow, lizard folk are really creeping up. Okay, lizard folk. Wow, Jesus. Okay. Lizard folk apocalypse. It's streamed ahead really quickly. All right. Looks like that's what we're going with. We're going with the lizard folk apocalypse. Okay. All right. So, lizard folk apocalypse. So, the character that we're making for the lizard folk apocalypse, I guess this is the next question, is, and I'll just go with whomever we're going to throw this in. With the lizard folk apocalypse, do we want to make a survivor, or do we want to make someone who is a lizard folk? Maybe we want to make someone who's a hybrid, someone who is a person that has been experimented on, and we're looking at like a hybrid lizard folk. What do you think? Spot the Illuminati conspiracy theory. Yeah. Well, I mean, nothing wrong with a bit of conspiracy theory to keep your wits sharp about you. All right, but what do we think? Do we want to make a survivor, a lizard folk, or a hybrid? Hybrid escaped experiment with a botched mind wipe. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that. Okay. So, I want to keep this kind of in the fantasy vein as well, to a degree. So that is still on the cards. That's still on the table. Oh yes, by the way, thank you to Streamlabs for reminding me. I am, of course, doing exercises and fitness for donations and tips all throughout this month. So bear that in mind as we move forward. That being said, I do have some sad news. PAX was cancelled. Oh, thank you, Newbie Goddess. I will do my 10 sit-ups. But as I'm doing them, so PAX got cancelled, unfortunately. Oh God, why? And that was announced yesterday. But I'm still gonna, commit to finishing my exercises in in August, just because I think it's important to, at least fulfill your goals when you set them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think that was actually too many. I think it was supposed to be 1, but I did 10. 10 just for you, Newbie, because I like you. Yeah, no, PAX Australia was cancelled. It was very sad, very sad. Oh, thank you, damsel. Down I go. All right, let's try again. 10, that's all you get. For 100 bits, 100 bits is like $1. Of course I'm doing 10 sit-ups for $1. But yes, that's 10. All right. 1, 2, 3, giving me myth. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I'm going to do another 10 for myth, but before I do, so for those of you who just joined, hi, my name's Michael. I'm down here. There I am. And I'm doing sit-ups because that's what we're doing for bits and donations. Regarding the character we're making today, we are making a experiment the world itself has been taken over by lizard people. We are making a hybrid, a lizard folk experiment who has, botched a mind wipe, and it does not know that they are, not human, or they are human. So yeah, there you go. My body. So the first thing I want to ask is, so we're going with the idea that this is a fantasy world, okay? So I need you guys to decide what race the base is, right? So we're not going to go with a big full-blown lizard, because we have, let me do this here. Because we obviously have, we could really go silly with it, right? But I don't really want to. What I would love to do is I'd love to use the
the art and the decal to make the face, right, look like a lizard. Oh, Callie, why? Why do you do this? Huzzah! I'm gonna die. Alright. Yes, so, race. D&D race. Go. Talk to me about it, and then we're gonna make a lizard hybrid of that race. Alright, throw out your suggestions. I'm gonna do some more sit-ups. So these are Myth's 10 sit-ups, and then I've got... Oh, God, I've got so many push-ups. Okay. I'll do the push-ups a little... Yeah, okay, here we go. Here we go. I did see the donation. Thank you. Wait, what donation? No, I didn't see a donation. I saw 20 gift subs is what I saw. Alright, well, let me know. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Welcome. I'll be up in a second. Alright, so, Myth, these ones are for you. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Oh, why? Why, Callie? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so those are for Myths. Oh, Myths! Myth, why? Stop. Okay. Okay, well, I've got my core exercises done, so give me 2 seconds. Because you guys love me. Yeah, I know it's because you guys love me. Alright, it's a floor stream today. Alright, no, I got this. Alright, let me just move this real quick. I'm going to bring in the heavy machinery. Oh my God, okay. Alright, here we go. Heavy machinery. Okay, so I've got my bike. As you can see here. Got my bike. Alright, so. Tales of Pesh, what's up? Oh my God, why Pesh? Okay, let me just calculate this real quick. So, I did the sit-ups for Myth. Calindria got 20, so that is 200 meters. Plus the 200, so that's 1.2k, 1.25, 1.26. Okay, so 1.26 kilometers. That is where I'm going, apparently. So let me write this down. 6. Okay, good. Thank you to everyone, and thank you. Yeah, you guys are awesome, and I'm definitely going to be in the best shape of my life. All right, let's see. Now, the only suggestion we had so far was a gnome. Okay, so let's get going. So, I like the idea of a gnome. So, a gnome lizard person. Let's see if we can get at least 2 more so I can put something up on the poll here. So what else do we have? We've got gnome. Let's see. You know what I can do? There we go. Okay, Myth said drow. Okay, let's throw in a drow. Base race. For hybrid. Drow, Warforged, gnome. Alright, any other ones? Here we go. I can do better than that. Sorry, that was very loud. Been lurking. Hey, D-Maze. Glad to have you lurking. Always a pleasure. So, we are creating a character in a world that has been taken over by lizard people. We are creating a hybrid whose mind has been wiped, and they're not sure where they came from, why they were experimented on. Tabaxi, okay. Tabaxi. Alright, one more race. Woo! Level 5 hype train. Guys, all the love. Thank you so much. Not only because your donations go to helping the channel, helping me stay fit, but also because, it is a very trying time right now, especially in lots of places around the world. And all the proceeds that I get go towards helping others. You guys probably do see me on, shows like The Dreaded GM and stuff. Your support rolls downwards as well, so I do try to support some of my other friends who are, in lockdown, who are doing what they can to support their families and stuff, so someone want to see a cat. You know what, you guys got the level 5 hype train. Once I do my distance, I'm at 500 meters at the moment. Once I get to my 1.27 kilometers, I will go and get a cat, and then you guys can look and admire the kitty cat. Alright, cool. We're going to go with this then. Starting the poll. Bam! There it is. Okay. So, base race for our hybrid. What do we want to see? Straight jump for the drow. The drow are good. Also, Pesh, I haven't built the character for your game yet. I know it's coming up next month. Very excited about it. I haven't decided what I want to do. I mean, there's a part of me that wanted to play the prisoner again, but I haven't decided. Should be a lot of fun. Pesh, the game you played last time was a lot of fun too. Okay. 800 meters. What was that? I feel like I missed something. I'm on the phone right now. Winds 78 miles per hour. Have knocked out the power and house and internet. Lance, do you live in a hurricane? The weather's terrible with you. Wait, something that's made you smile today? Or what's something that's made me smile today? Well, it's been pretty early. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of bad news today. My missus is sick. I've got a little niggling cough. PAX got cancelled, which is not great, Something made me smile. Oh, I do have something that made me smile. Dread has recently gotten in contact with me about some shenanigans, finding out what my available times are, and I'll be doing hopefully something big with him in the next couple weeks, which is awesome. The dread and shenanigans always makes me smile. Whew, all right, where am I at? Oh, cool. I'm cracking onto 1.2k. Okay, let's push it. All right, there we go. Gracias, mi hermanos. Soy bien, cabrón. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, a drow. Thank you. Whose idea was this? This is a terrible idea. Okay. Lake Michigan giveth and Lake Michigan take it away. All my bills get paid. I'm out of money. Good interview, but not a job yet. Well, I wish you all the best trying to find your work. I hope you find something that is going to be well suited to you. Whew. Okay. So, a drow. Don't forget to... Oh, yes. Thank you, Sable. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so a drow. So, obviously we want to start with an elven base for our drow. One thing that I think makes the drow faces look really good on this one is the thinner faces. So these two in particular are probably my favorite ones for the drow. Now, we do have a drow female that we made a while ago, which, let me show you that one. Yeah, so that was the drow female we made, the warlock. So I'm going to say that we'll try a drow male this time. Harden up the features. Actually, no, we can just species elven male. There we go. I was enjoying the top of Dag's head. Do I paint these? Well, yes, in a way. We paint them in this program in Hero Forge, and then we're going to get them printed in color so that we can see what the print will look like. Did I see your 300 bits? Where did it come in? Oh, I did not. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let me just calculate this. So 1, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. All right. Cool. I'm going to keep that at 6 for now. I'm going to give myself a bit of a break, and then I will get back to those push-ups in just a moment. Okay. So yes. Drow. That's what we're doing. Drow hybrid. So, I think it's always good to start... Whoa, new hairs. Yes. Oh, that's a cool one. Thank you. All right, 800. There we go. 800 bits to make up for. Okay. Done. Okay. And another 500 bits. Okay, so 1,300. Okay, just putting that here. Done. All right, they're all there. All accounted for. GM Workshop, what are we building? We are building a Drow Lizard Folk hybrid. Into a post-apocalyptic world in which lizard folks have taken over and, sort of replaced humanity. And, yeah, the bits are trying to break Dag, they are. And so we are making a, kind of like a lizard folk experiment where the lizard folk experiment doesn't know what's happening to themselves, and that's the character nature. So we're starting with the Drow base, and then we're moving from there. Tom Cruise, yeah, Tom Cruise. That's a very astute observation there. Okay. So I think that we'll start with a very, very simple base. Because when I think the Drow, I always think kind of like, your stealthy kind of, sort of sneaky rogue kind of character. So we're going to start with just a rogue. Not to say that that's where we're going to end up, but just so that I've got a good visual. There we go. This looks like a pretty decent snobbish Drow. Let's play around with his posing here a little bit, just so we can. There we go. Drow. Yeah. There we go. All right. So he needs a cloak. Well, we can decide on a cloak when we decide kind of a little bit more about this character's history. So with any good character, we need to know 3 major things, and I've said this every week, and I will continue to say it every week, and that is. What is your character's connection to the story? What is your character's investment in the party's success? And what is your character's personal motivation that stops them from being just an NPC? Now, naturally, we don't have a game to play this in, but we do know the world lore. The world lore is that it is the medieval, fantasy adventure world that we are so accustomed to. However, most of the other races have been wiped out. The prevailing race currently are the lizard folk, who have taken over and have done something. We don't know what that something is, so they've done something in order to create this character as a hybrid. I think backstory-wise, this individual could have that whole amnesia angle, right? He's woken up in a swamp, no memories of who he was or what he was trying to do, and then he maybe that's what his quest is, to try and find other people, but he keeps finding lizard folk, and the lizard folk kind of treat him as an impure, he's just this whole crummy thing, you know what I mean? It's you're an experiment. Blah. Yeah. Memento stuff. That's a great angle. Okay, so let's throw in some mementos. I'm going to throw this out here. So let me just... There we go. All right. Give me some suggestions for mementos. Anyone who has any ideas, throw them out there. But in the meantime, we're going to have a look at some gear. We're going to look at some gear and see if there's anything that stands out. Michael, please make arrangements for your funeral to be streamed after your friends are here to kill you with kindness as they can't afford to travel to Perth to pay my respects. Dude, if I die, I'm going to probably prop my corpse up in front of a camera and still be giving advice and playing games and doing Hero Forge. I don't know the meaning of a good night rest. I think Ravnica's Simic would be a good basis for the hybrid. Ooh, that is a good one. I do love the Simics from Ravnica. A flower in a pressed book. Okay, I like that one. So a book, a locket curl. That could be cool as well. All right, hold on. Let me throw this down. So a book, locket, or hair coloration or curl. Hops and dragons, we just need a good necromancer, that's all. It's very true, it's very true. Oh, very morbid. He'll be the true Desert Gamer after we kill him with love. Yes. Also, thank you for the earlier follow Hops and Dragons. I ended up following you on Twitter as well. So let me give you a quick shout out, because I always appreciate meeting new and wonderful individuals. And I want to know, and it's also a good way for me to spy on what you were doing last. Ha! Let's see. Unless it doesn't. Hold on. Interesting. Interesting. Eddie might be broken, but that's fine. But yes, it was nice meeting you. It is nice meeting you, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. All right, let's keep looking. Mementos. So we have a couple of good ideas. Let's see. Let's look at trinkets. Trinkets are probably the better place to look at. I believe Vivek's drawers send us your way. Ah, nice. I do like Vic's drawers. I do a lot to try and support as many of the artists that I come across who do role playing game stuff. Being an art major or being any kind of artist in any space is very hard. So super respect to people who follow their passions. Some cave crystals. Yeah, crystals could be good. Let's throw this out there as well. So crystals as a memento, that could be good. What else do we have? Rubber ducky. I like the book. I like that. Not really a stapler thing. I mean, a skull might be a bit morbid. A beating heart. No. A spyglass could be kind of cool. What do you think of a spyglass? A key. That is far too big for a key. Key to the city, maybe. Yeah, there's that gemstone. So if we go with a gemstone, that's what we'd be looking at. I like the crystal idea. Yeah, crystal idea is good. Crystal idea is very good. A watch. Watch could be an interesting one. It's a Kingdom Hearts key right there. Yes, it is. Scroll. Very nothing, the scroll. A doll. Doll could be kind of interesting. Like almost like the drow has like a child maybe. Or maybe the drow was taken as a child. A lot of good implications with the doll, I think. Holy symbols. Oh, there we go. So we got like a nice little crystal there, like a little diamond. That could be cool. A scrying stone for the lizard experimenters. That's very cool. I love that idea. And he doesn't know it's a scrying stone. Like he thinks it's a memento of like his old life, but it's really just a tool to spy on him. That's pretty rad. Okay, I'm gonna go with Spy Crystal as my last memento piece. All right. All right, cast your votes. There will be a 1-minute poll in just a moment. Bam. There it is. Okay, So, in the meantime, I will do my 13 push-ups. Alright, here we go. Whew. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. There was a cat. Haven't seen the cat. There is a cat. There is a cat. Yes. Spy crystal. Okay, so it seems like the spy crystal is the choice. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I will go get the cat. I will go get the cat. It'll probably happen towards the end. Towards the end. Okay. So spy crystal. So I like the idea of let's see. I've got a few good hero poses where I've got someone examining something. Let's see. One of the good things about having a Sirenscape Pro edition, which by the way is like $50 a year, is that you can actually, after you play around, well, if you play around as much as I do, you can actually then import poses. Perfect. There we go. Import pose. Let's make him a little less cocky. And then you can add in items and the like. There we go. And then as you can see there, you've got a very nice and beautiful looking pose with very minimal effort. There we go. Beautiful. There you go. So a crab folk. Yeah, I do have some very interesting ones. I made a crab person. I also made a spider monk. You can do some really crazy things if you give yourself the time. Yeah, there you go, spider monk. Lots of cool things. Oh man, like he ate the sourest of lemons. Well, he's a drow. Alright. Let's see. My friends and I apparently excel at making RPG characters suffer. Such a cruel memento. Yeah, well, that's the point of a good memento. It's like it's got to have some meat and potatoes to it. Alright, so we've achieved number 1. Why is the character connected to the story? They're a lizard folk experiment gone wrong, and we've connected them in the form of a memento. The only piece of memory that this person has, which is, unknown to the character, a spy device given to him by the experimenters. Alright, the next question is why is he invested in the party? So, investing in the party's success usually comes down to what you can contribute. So what is this individual? Is he a fighter? Is he a rogue? Is he a spellcaster? Is he a survivalist? Is he a ranger? What are we thinking in terms of how this individual contributes to his adventuring team? What does this dude do? What does this dude do, indeed? Just gonna move some stuff around real quick while I remember. There we go. Cool. Spellcaster, so we can use the new Vortex spells, maybe? Yeah, we can look at the vortex spells. So there are, as you can see, let me just use this in the other hand here. Actually, let's see. So there are some new shields that were added in, which look very cool. I do love that one. I definitely want to use that for something. Some new shields, which look very cool, and vortex spells. Now, I do not mind these vortex spells at all, but I will say this: they do look very big and very messy. One of the ideas, actually, while we're deciding on what type of character he is, please keep throwing out ideas. I'm just going to play around in abject silence for a second, mostly because I want to see what I can do with... Okay, that's what I want. Because I want to see what I can do if I... Don't judge me. I think I know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. All right, if I... Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of one of those things that you could maybe do with the vortex, but it kind of looks like he's wetting himself. I don't know. Again, just a thought process, because that could be a very cool effect. Ooh, like he's coming out, like he's stepping out of a portal. That could be kind of cool. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? Is that something that kind of looks all right, or does it look like? Does it look like he's manifesting out of a portal in there? Tell me what you think. Is that kind of cool? All right, let's have a look at what our suggestions are and make a poll, shall we? Manage poll, new poll. Class. Let's see. Spellcaster. Survivalist. Yeah, post-apocalyptics makes good. Bard to sing his woes. I like the idea of a bard that maybe like writes on like wood or tries to like make something like permanent because of how temporal the place is. Artificer. So he can get into places he doesn't belong by picking locks or something, melting and blowing up obstacles. Not bad. Is he a Bucky Barnes soldier? I'm thinking more like what was it called? I don't even remember what the name is. Like, you know, like just your typical, like, he's been experimented on and he like has like kind of like almost like a hint of it. A healer? A herbologist. Ooh, herbology. Healer. That would be kind of cool. Like someone who is both a survivalist and like does stuff off the land. A spy. Oh. That makes perfect sense. I'm going to switch up survivalist. And add survivalist to the herbologist. And I'm going to add in spy in there. I love the idea of a spy. Lizard scientists are making him tag wild animals. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. Looks like he ate too many beans. Yep. Thank you. All right, poll is going up now. Boom. All right, so you got 1 minute to decide what is this dude's class or what is this dude's function and ability. Maybe lizard folk struggled with our atmosphere or something. Maybe they make hybrids as part of an experiment to adapt. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, it does kind of look like he's got gas. I was kind of going for a look like maybe he was like stepping out of a portal. Like if we would play around with, you know, like stepping out of those purple energies. And then if we added in like some base items. Yeah, you know, like something like that kind of. I mean, does that look like he's kind of stepping out of a portal a bit? Even a little? I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Who knows? Bard Herbologist. Maybe we can do both. Yeah, multi-class. Multi-class works well. We can do that. Got distracted by the poll thingy. Well, okay, so Laura, I'm going to give this one to you. Do you think a Bard... Okay, so Laura's getting the choice on this one. Survival, Bard, or both? Survival, Bard, or both? What would you like? What are you vibing? Also, yeah, I think it kind of looks like a portal. Okay, so both. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Let's not get too distracted here, and then let's get rid of the 2 arms, please. There we go. Okay, so we're going with that blue and purple look nice. Oh yeah, no, the blue and purple are like some of my favorite color combinations. Okay, so we now know what he is. He is a bard herbologist. So I think with any good bard, you especially even a traveling bard, you want to have a good pouch to collect herbs and the like. Pouch. Here we go. That's a cassette player. Canteen of water. Okay, here we go. Yep, cool. So we've got a pouch. A back item. So we did mention a cloak before. I think the ragged cloak kind of gives it more of a like a dystopia look. I think that's maybe too fancy. What do you guys think? The ratty cloak, or do you think like the tentacly cloak? Bard who sings to plants to make them more potent. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that. We're kind of stepping into a druid though, which I mean, class-wise, it could be a druid who is a bard in that sense. So what do we think? The tentacle cape or the ragged cape? Backpack? Yeah, I think having a backpack could be cool. No, definitely the cape more, I think. Ragged cape. Okay. All right, ragged cape. Very well. Tentacle cape. Okay, we got a split. All right, you know what that is. If we got a split, we got a pole. So let's throw this up there. No tentacles! All right. Cape. All right. Ragged with hood. Tentacle with hood. No caps. There we go. All right, there you go. These are the choices. Poll is up. It'll be up for a minute. Go, go, go. Da, 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 da. Hey, we have Matt Brecker rating with a stream of 38.
Matt, welcome, my dear friend, and welcome to all of these wonderful and amazing people who have come alongside. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I do role-playing games. I do Dungeons & Dragons and a whole bunch of others. Today, however, we are building an RPG character in Hero Forge, a 3D model making program. And we're doing some artwork stuff. We're creating a audience-created character. Which we are making okay, so this character comes from a post-apocalyptic medieval fantasy world where the world has been taken over by lizard people who have taken, replaced, or otherwise defeated the various races that happen to be around. And this is a hybrid. He is a drow individual who is woken up with no memories, but is part of a lizard folk experiment. So lots of very cool things there. All right. So we also have the character himself is a bard and survivalist as well. So he wanders the wilderness, surviving off the lay of the land, and just doing his best to kind of keep it together. He has a memento in the form of this little diamond thing, which is apparently a spying device, which is very, very cool. So yay! So there you go. All right. So I guess the next port of call is, how wild do we want this individual to be? Do we change any limbs to reflect the hybrid? Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with some colorations. So let's start with drow colorations. So for me, the drow colorations are always kind of... Now, don't worry, this isn't the actual color I'm going to use. I am just using it as a placeholder so I can do this. So whenever I think of the drow, I always think kind of this kind of very dark skinned drow. Now if we wanted to look at lizard features, what we could always look at is we could look at adding in decals. So scales, for example. Let's see, is that a good scale one? These are spots. So maybe those followed with a little bit of this. Where is it? Okay, and then we add in a little bit of green for the scaling. Right, and then maybe a purple eye and a single lizard eye. Do you know what I mean? So, and we can even go a bit deeper here. I mean, we could easily. Oh man, I wish sometimes. Oh wait, actually no, that works. So if no, I can't. Damn. So there you go. So we could easily add in little features like this to add to the whole lizardness of the character if we wanted to. For now, however, I don't think we should have extra limbs and stuff like that. Ooh, maybe a hand. That could be a cool thing. So if we go here, go to gloves, and we unlink, so that we don't have two at the same time. And there we go, we can have that. We can even use the body and maybe change the body to the lizard torso. Actually, no, we need that one. Oh, actually, can we? Yeah, no, that's fine. There we go. That worked. Okay. So, does he have a lizard tail? I don't know. What do you think, audience? Should we give him a lizard tail? Should we give him a lizard tail? Now, I'm only adding these in at the moment just to placehold so that we can see very clearly the visuals. We will be mucking about with some stuff as we go. Beautiful. You're up late, Dead Aussie, and no tail. Am I? It's like 9:30 a.m. It's super early. But then again, you probably assumed I didn't go to sleep, which is actually a fair assessment for me. Be very interesting to witness the first time he looks in the mirror. Yeah, totally. I agree. No tail? Too much a lizard. I think a single hand would be cool. I think a single lizard hand is definitely very cool. Bloodstains. Always very tail when available. Like tails. Yeah, you know what? Tails work for some, and I think it's interesting to have tails. Ooh, that could be cool. Like you can see under here, there's that little like lizard-like under chest thing. That'd be very cool. I think that's wicked. No, that's definitely not. All right, 2:15 a.m. Must go to sleep. Will you post this on Discord when finished? Yes, I will. All right, so we've added in a little bit of that lizard taint. Let's see where else we can add in lizard. What else can we add in? I did a poll for the tail. You did? Aw, thank you, Callie. Okay, while that's happening, I'm just... Beautiful. And then let's add in... I kind of like that. That's cool. All right. Give him bovine eyes just to freak everyone out. I could. Distracted by the kitty and didn't see the poll. That's okay. Go naked. You'll get a raise. Maybe. All right. All right, so I think that gives us a nice vibe there. Yeah, there you go. It's a fancy hotel. I think I'd get fired. Okay. There we go. Yeah, we'll use one of these cool ones. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So we have our drow. We've got a little bit of the eyeball. well, what did I? Oh, did I? Hold on. There we go. Good. Okay. There we go. All right, so we've got a little bit of the eye taint there, where we can see like the lizard folk eye coming through. We've got a little bit of that green coming in from the hairline, and we got the little turtleneck thing that's happening there, which I think is good. Plus, we've got the claw. So I think we have a fair few pieces. I think the next thing we want to look at is, what do we want to communicate with the herbologist thing? I mean, are we happy with the his kind of costume? Do we want to change anything? Do we want to make him look a little bit more like wild and savage? We could always use the traveler's furs. We could always go with the leafy armor. We could always go with no armor. Go with wraps. Oh, what was that? There was also a really cool one. I think it was very, very primal. Where is it? There he goes. So that one was also a very cool one. I did like this one. Then we can like turn that into like a little fanny pack type thing. What do you guys think? Because keeping in mind, we're looking at like a post-apocalyptic, circa, your typical Lord of the Rings type thing, but the lizard folks have taken over. The leafy one looked cool. Where was the leafy one? Leafy one was this one. Yeah, that one did look pretty cool. There's another one that was very similar, which I thought also looked kind of cool. It was the bioorganics. Kind of has a very alien kind of vibe to it. This one. That kind of looks cool. All right, let's do another quick poll here. Costume. Leather armor. This one is organic, leaf, or something else. All right. Yeah, it's got the tattered look about it. Very post-apocalyptic. Yeah, I agree. I do not disagree with that at all. Change that. That's fine. I like that one. It's got the tattered looking. Yep. Okay. The leather armor. All right. I think we're going back to the leather armor. All right. Leather armor it is. So that is this one here. Okay, very well. Let's see. Legs. Let's see. So we've got like the torn and tattered kind of legs. Could always go with like. I wish there were like tattered leather armors, not necessarily like tattered like cloth. So lots of belt buckles.
fan of the skirts. Let's see. Gunslinger pants. That's alright. That's also okay. Interesting one, this one. It is definitely a tough choice. Oh, it's definitely a charge choice. Hey Gonzo, looks cool. Who is this character? Okay, so here is Forge needs more clothes options. I always feel like I'm using the same. Yeah, me too. Me too. Alright, so Gonzo, we are making a drow who was experimented on and transformed into a lizard folk hybrid. Their mind has been wiped and altered, and they have no recollection of who they are. The world is an apocalyptic world that has been made by the lizard people, and yeah, they're just trying to. This dude is trying to survive as best they can, find out who they are. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Yeah, trying to find out who they are and why, if any, was their reason for being. I like this except for the shotgun shell bits. You know what I mean? Oh, that one's a good one. I don't mind this one. You know what? I think after looking at the pants, I think I might veto that first decision, and I think I might go with the organic. Okay, and let me explain why. Normally I don't do this because this is crowd based, and literally there was only one person difference. The reason is that I agree with Myth. I think Hero Forge, you always end up having the same sort of looking characters, and I use that leather armor quite a lot. I think this has a lot more potential with like. Yeah, like, see, even that just kind of looks really cool, you know what I mean? Gotta put the wee one to bed. No worries. Look safely, my dear Calindria, and a fond good night to your wee one. See, like, that's really cool. Great concept. Crazy to imagine waking up with no memories and scales. Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. Okay, I think I'm. Oh, that's a cool one. What do you guys? Okay, so what do you guys think of this one as a concept? He's got the leafy pants, the bioorganic upper body. Let's play around with those shoes real quick, just while we are judging that. What do you guys think? Does this costume look all right, or should we go back to? Should we look back at the leather armor? Okay, let me just. Claw feet, huh? No, I think claw feet might be a bit much. This one looks cool. Like the top outfit. Not sure about the bottom. Think it works for him. All right. Well, D Maze, how about this? We'll color this one in, and we'll see where we're at when we get to the end of the coloration. if by the end of the coloration it still kind of looks like meh, we'll come back and revisit, I think. Okay, so I just want something simple for the feet. Thongs. So something nice and easy. Worn boots. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe shackles. Yeah, you know what? I don't hate the idea of the shackles. I think that tells the story as well a little bit. Leather not sold on the leaves. Yeah. Those some Uggs. Yeah, they are some Uggs. Cloth wrap boots. Oh, that's a pretty good too. You know, I can leave these ones, but then I'm going to try the cloth ones later. All right. So yeah, let me color the outfit, and then we'll see where we're at. So I guess because we're going with the darker colors, I guess my next color is what color should the scales be? Because that'll determine what color I make the uniform. If the scales are going to be like blue, for example, I won't use a blue uniform. If the scales are going to be green, I won't use a green uniform. So what color do you think the scaly part of our friend should be? Leave your thoughts in chat. I'm going to, very quickly, play around with hair. Violet. Violet's cool. Maybe no hair. No hair kind of doesn't look bad. Oh, that one's really good. I like the top knot. Top knot looks great. That doesn't look too bad, but I love dreads. Ooh, that's also not too bad. Could do some pretty rad things with that one. No. Should be kind of, you know what, that's too fancy. He's out in the wild. He lives in the forest, right? There's no way he does his hair like that. I actually think the hair's not bad. Top knot? Yeah, I think the top knot looked really interesting. Okay. So, hubby says black, green, black. Hey, Jamar, nice to see you, mate. All right. So, new poll, scale colors. Green, black, violet, I saw. And let's also throw in... Let's throw in white, just cause. Why not? All right, voting is up. So, Jamar, just so that you know what we're doing, we are creating a Hero Forge mini with the audience. The Hero Forge mini is of a drow who has been experimented on by a race of lizards who are now the dominant species on the planet. He is a hybrid who has no memories of his past and is trying to piece it together. He has one little memento as an artifact of his past, but beyond that, he has no idea who he is. Very, very tragic story. Very tragic story. And don't mind me, I'm just playing around. That's kind of cool. Violet. All right, violet it is. There we go. Cool. So we have there our violet skin. Sorry, our violet scale. My new Xbox came in today. Yeah! Scale matching the hair might look good. It's not a terrible idea. Let's have a quick look here. Maybe a bit more on the purpley side. Lavender. Ooh, I do like that lavender. Too much. Yeah, you know what? I think that's maybe. Let's see. I wish there was a deeper purple. Maybe that. Yeah. No. You know what? I think lavender's fine. And I think what I might do is I might make that a little darker. There we go. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. That lavender looks good. I do like the lavender. Whoops, didn't want that. And then white eyebrows for you, sir. Okay, so we've got a good base for our character's skin tone, which of course then gives us a good idea of what we want the outfit to be. So with the outfit, I'm thinking, you know, he kind of is out in the wild and stuff like that, so natural colors are always going to be good. Yeah, so some like, you know, those kind of wood browns and stuff. Those kind of look really nice. Maybe get some highlighting. You don't want to over highlight. You just want to kind of pick those like deep recesses that you really want to go into. There you go, like there. Yeah, there we go. Aha, there we go. And then what you want to do is you want to decide on your base. He ain't got no shoes. Yes, he doesn't. So he's getting no service. No shoes, no shirt, no service. All right. So there we go. We got our base for this. So primary colors. So what are we gonna do for our main? The shoes and shackles don't match. Yeah, well you can't have shoes and shackles. You can only have one or the other. Now, one of my biggest advices, if you are going to make anything silver, Criminally Insane is actually a very cool color, and you definitely want to use that one if you must do a silver color. Criminally Insane is a great one. Whenever I've printed it out, it's come out so nice. Okay, there we go. And then let's just add in the bolts real quick. There we go. Done. All right, so we've got the shackles there. Okay, so now I need kind of like a primary color to go with. No flip-flop options in shoes. Yeah, there is flip-flop options. We do have flip-flops. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't know if my edgy teen is coming out, but I kind of like the black. It kind of continues that whole dark apocalypse-y kind of vibe. Yeah, I don't hate that. I do not hate that. That's coming out really, really nice. Brown, black, and beige. All right, so let's try the beige. Is kind of like boppy beige. All right, so like this kind of deal. Is that kind of what you're thinking of? Camouflage in the apocalypse? Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, it does look like apocalypse camo, which is perfect because that's exactly what we're going for. Red or autumn leaves on the belt. Okay, let's try that. Okay, I feel like beige is a bit bright for the apocalypse. It's very true. Keeping in mind, it always depends on like kind of what type of beige we go with, because we can always make it like more of a walnut or a woody color. You know what I mean? Oak. Let's see, what does oak look like? Oh yeah, oak's not bad. How do you imagine the climate of the surrounding? Far desert, this could influence the colors if the character wants to hide in the environment. I see, this one is built off the idea of, and you know what, I'm going to save this before I forget to. I believe that this one kind of speaks to me like the world is dying, right? Ooh, actually that actually came out really nice. Yeah, that came out really nice. I don't hate that. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. This kind of speaks to me like the world is dying, the vegetation is dying and stuff like that. Mix in some rusty metals. Yeah, let's mix in some rusty metals. So we've got these. Let's see. Maybe we can add some rust to these shackles here. That could be kind of cool. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, this kind of speaks that the environment is dying. That's what I'm getting. That's the impression I got. The lizard folk. I imagine the lizard folk would be a little bit more towards the, like, what do you call it? Like swampy, marshlandy kind of areas and stuff, but you know, swampy and marshlands is usually quite a lively and vibrant kind of vibe. I'm not entirely sure if that's what I want to go with yet, but we could obviously give it explore it. We can explore it because the idea is you know, again, we're making characters together, as it were. Alright. So, our drow lizardfolk hybrid has started on the right track, which I like. One last question. Should we do one of his feet as a lizard foot? Like the opposite one to his... Do you know what I mean? Or no? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm not sold on it, but, you know, could be anything. Let me also just check this again. No. Definitely not. Looks good. Maybe lizard folk are more... There's a few yeses on there. Okay. Well, see, here's the trick. Here's the tricky bit. So if I do the whole leg like that, it then does both legs. Right? Because that's the nature of it. That's how that works. So if I were to do that, what I would need to do is I would need to look at... I'd maybe need to look at the decal. No, that's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But maybe let's just see. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Stop naysaying, Michael. Just do it. Just get it done. See what it looks like, and then make your judgment call. All right. So that is. There we go. Followed by the same skin tone as our foot, and we used our. There we go. Oh, that could work. Yeah, no, that could work. If I can paint that separately. No, I can't. Damn. Oh, so close. So close. I was like, yeah, that was just that far off. Oh, that's cool, though. I do like that. And then we can maybe even add, like, maybe that's a glowing tattoo. So it's kind of like a magical shackle, as it were. That could be kind of cool. All right, what do we think? What do we think? Doing the foot as a whole leg. I tend to think of lizards being desert or badlands. Yeah, me too. I do as well, but, you know, that's me being Australian. All right, what do we think about the lizard leg? Let's do a quick vote. Vote on the lizard leg. Lizard leg, yay or nay? There, done. Boom! That is going to be the call for our lizard man. That's kind of cool. All right, lots of votes for yes. Okay. That's kind of cool. Jesus. Lizard time, lizard time. Hey, T-Dungeon, what's up? Thank you for joining. We are, we're building a lizard folk hybrid. It's a drow who was experimented on and transformed into a lizard folk. All right. Any facial decals? Anything that's sort of standing out to anyone? I don't think he needs blush. It's like 4 a.m. for me. Not sure why I'm still up, but saw you were live and thought you'd hop on. Oh, thank you. Well, I hope that you aren't. I hope that you are not restless. That's the important thing. Sometimes we can definitely be up late at night. You know, But yeah, I hope that it is because that you are so excited about things and prospects, good feelings and vibes. I'm doing perfectly well. I am doing awesome. I'm exhausted because I've been trying to keep up with pardon me, a bunch of exercises that I've been trying to do during the stream as part of donation rewards and the like. And it's been fun. It's been very entertaining. All right, what do we think of like facial decals? The war paint around the eyes. So like kind of like that one. All right, you know what? I'm gonna do a vote for this one. I'm gonna pick my favorites and then we're gonna do this. So war paint. I'm gonna also put no war paint as an option. War paint. War paint. No war paint. This one is called Art Face Tattoos. We have carved face tattoos. Let's see what else is good. I don't like the Weeping Angel look. I mean, narrow claws could be kind of fun for like, you know, like scarring. No. Not a fan of the eye ring. Oh, maybe one eye ring could be fun. Alright, I'll throw an eye ring. I love how, look, I mean, look at how detailed the textures are. Like, it's not all one uniform color, right? Like, you can see that the paint thins out in places. It's little details like that that really kind of make that stand out to me. It's just the blue, I know, but that actually looks kind of cool. I like the blue. Alright, I think I'm also going to put in just the, where's the scarring? Narrow claw scars. Because I think that also sells our story on the... it sells the story on the lizard folk captivity thing. You know, like the lizard folks tracked them down and sort of scarred their face. That'd be very cool. Is there supposed to be a meaning behind the paint? Like right now it looks like thunder. The wizard would wear before something a wizard would wear before going into war. Yes. So while we're you know sort of taking these votes and stuff like that, the backstory for this character is a drow is living in a post-apocalyptic society in fantasy medieval times where lizards have taken over and have abducted humanity. They have been performing experiments, and this is one of their experiments. A hybrid lizard person drow who has no memory of who they are, and they are they're pretty much just here and trying to figure out what the deal is, what is their purpose. And that's it. This person has been surviving in the wilderness, is a herbologist, and you know, kind of knows their way around. Knows their way around the wilderness. All right, making people. Yeah, it's basically X-Files-y stuff. No war paint. No war paint. All right, no war paint. Okay. So let me try this real quick. So if I do that and then Alright, if I reduced it and sort of made it something like that, which kind of looks like a scratch mark, does that look okay, or what do you think? I think the wallpaper. Yeah. Well, what do you think of this? Is this a yes or no? Is like the like just a couple of scratch marks. Yay or nay? So what I did here was I also tried to follow the leading lines. So you've got the line of the scratch leading into that hair highlight, so that draws the eye in that direction. You like that? So that feels good? Pardon me. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's keep that one then. We'll keep some scratch marks and the like. All right. The last thing on our list is the base. So again, post-apocalyptic lizard folk area. What are we going to look at for what should be on the base? Let's see. Does look a little bit better than blue. Just feels odd adding that as the only red. Well, I mean, the point of it is supposed to be a scar, right? Like, I mean, what do drow scars look like? Yeah, because that's the big thing. Is it's supposed to look like, you know, scarring or scar tissue. Actually, let's have a look at what it actually looked like. So that's what like with the muted colors from the print, that's what it'll end up looking like, which I don't think is terrible. So I think that's okay. I think that's fine. Ooh, teeth. And don't forget, we can always change the pose as well, because we haven't really played around with the pose at all. If anyone's got any ideas for poses or the base, do let me know, because I'm just like drawing a blank. I don't know what we could do. Could do a bunch of things. There's poo. Can have poo on the ground. Plop. Let's see. What could be on the ground? Don't know. I could spend hours in Hero Forge and then throw the character away on a whim. Yeah, I've been there too, man. I've been there to know exactly what you're talking about. Some dead leaves. That could be kind of cool. So throw some like that brown and desiccated like. So like kind of like that dry, dead kind of world type look. I like that. Let's see, what else? Can you share a link for the current save so we can tinker? Yeah, sure. Let me save that real quick. Share. Copy that. And that is now, boop, right there. There you go. You guys can tinker with it if you like. No dramas there. Also, I really want to put my level 1 character into these epic mounts, but then I get reminded by my DM that I shouldn't have that yet. Yes. Very true. Very true. And you know what? Chances are, by the time you actually get around to doing it, it'll be like, you know, something, Hero Forge will add something incredible, and you'll sit there and be like, damn it! Oh, I cannot believe that I just forked out to get this printed when something even cooler is just around the horizon. I've done that so many times. Gear, let's see, base. Item 2, we could go with
Kitty. Don't have to go with a kitty, but, you know, go with anything. What screams lizard folk apocalypse? Skull? Yeah, skull would be kind of cool. But I feel like I've got a lot of skulls lying around. Shoe? No. Arrows? Yeah, they're cool, but I don't think they'd fit. Rat? Probably not mushrooms. Rocks? Rocks don't... You know what? Rocks actually don't look that bad. Just having some like plain old rocks. Are they small rocks or are they just large rocks? Looks like they're only just the big rocks. So I think some big rocks would be good. What point of view would be the token bead? Top down or third point? Neither. We're getting this printed. This is a printy project. That's what's happening with this bad boy. Okay, so I don't mind the rocks being there. I don't want that big rock. Where's that big rock? I don't want that big rock where it is. That's probably anything. I think that's pretty good. One might say that rocks. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Yeah, I'm sorry. Feel free to unsubscribe. It's fine. I understand. There we go. That looks alright. That has definitely got that kind of post-apocalyptic vibe. I'm definitely feeling post-apocalyptic, you know. Oh, I see. That's going to be a tough choice. Thematically, a three-point landing, a crouching advance pose looks really cool considering it's post-apocalyptic, or is it just prone? Just dead. Oh, that'd be very entertaining. I like that. It is very interesting. So the story, I guess, that we're telling at the moment is this guy has amnesia. He was experimented on by the lizard people and has, apart from having no memory, has only this bizarre gemstone as the only clue to his mysterious past. Who he is, or more specifically, what he is, and kind of, you know, who might have been responsible for transforming him into this monstrosity. That's the story so far. I wonder if there are damaged elf ears. There really should be. I know there's, like, damaged ears. Like, there's, you know, like, that's, like, completely mangled. You know, but I want, like, that where it's, like, got a wedge missing. But for an elf. Those are very clearly goblin ears. Ooh, maybe smaller ears might be better for this one. No, I think the long ears. Because we went with the drow, so I mean, no. Again, still just trying to get those notches. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Hero Forge has really come a long way. I didn't know that you could orient the base directions like that. Yeah, totally can. And yes, Hero Forge has absolutely come a very long way. If you think that's cool, check this out. With printing stuff, are you painting it yourself? No, we are getting these color printed so that you guys can see wholeheartedly what you can do with the color prints. All right. So yeah, check this out, Gonzo. So what I can do here is I can actually print that with the lighting, with that lighting. So there you go. Yeah, because this series is thankfully sponsored by Hero Forge, so we do get the we do get these to be able to do stuff. Wow, you know what? I think that light actually really does make the scar pop in a very nice way. I remember when I remember to admin when that's on. Aw. Don't forget to save. Yes, thank you. Haha, Lance. Ooh, the glowy stone. Yeah, the glowy stone. Dynamic lighting. Yeah. And it prints with dynamic lighting too. I do have one. Let me go over. Let me go get it. I'll be back. Oh my god, my legs. All right. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Thank you everyone for the donations. My calves hate you. Alright, I have returned. Yeah. Haha. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me read up on chat real quick. Oh shit, forgot you could put a green light above them as if they're being abducted. Yeah, yes, you could. You could, absolutely. Also called OSL, Object Source Locator Lighting in Painting World. Oh, well, there you go. Now you know. If I only had the right job right now, you'd be a lot more Zornag. Thank you. You know what, newbie? And I'm going to say this, right? I appreciate all the donations. I really, really do. But I want you guys to take care of yourselves as well, especially in these kind of times. Like, literally, and I'm going to get real here for a second. Dread is one of my best friends. Like, I love Dread so much. And I try to, like, show up on his channel and donate every single time I go there. Not because, you know, I might not even be paying attention to what's happening. But the reason I do it is because I know people are going through stuff. I know there are people out there who are really struggling. So, you know, I appreciate all the help. I am very, very fortunate to live in Western Australia, which has, for the most part, been able to bear the brunt of a lot of COVID stuff reasonably well. So if you do know people who are out there in the D&D world, people who you love, people who you follow, please offer them your support, even in lieu of me, just because just because I'd much rather you support these people, because I want to see them, in a year or two, and not find out that horrible things, have caused them to leave the thing they love. Anyway, real Michael over. Let's go. I decided I would be nice to you today. No jokes and no pushing for donations to kill you this time. All right. Yeah, well, there you go. Let me just switch over to my Michael Cam. Michael Cam. Hi, guys. All right. So let's have a quick look at these. So these are the... I'll need to do this manually. I do apologize. But we will get this. There we go. Camera, take off autofocus. There we go. Okay. So this is the lighting effect, and this is actually what you get when you print the lighting effect. So let me just get that as best as I can. Okay. So this is a character that we added in a light source. Sorry, that is very bright as well. Still trying to... Actually, you know what? Let's... Michael, doing this the hard way. Okay, there we go. Aha. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. So this is a character that we made for Legendary last season. There we go. Aha. Focus. Beautiful. All right. So, and I do want to point out that there is a color filter here, and there is, of course, green screen. So this, I do have a video on my YouTube channel where we review it. But yeah, so you can kind of see, if I get up right good and close. Okay, you can kind of see where the pickaxe is. You can see that there's like a little bit of the pickaxe which stops being silver and goes to being like this white color. That is that dynamic lighting effect. And where you see the shoulder where the strap is as well, you can see that the blue that I used for the shoulders has got that little bit of yellow decal on it, just ever so slightly, right? That is also more of that lighting effect coming into play. If you look at the base here, which you can, I think from there you can kind of see the whole base. You can see the front of the base has a purpley kind of color, and the back of it doesn't. That's because I put a purple lighting on the very, very front to kind of give it a environmental saturation. But the base came out a lot more clear with that purple light than the others did. But that's that one. Then this dude here, this one's another guy. This is the spectral armor, and I use the transparent plastics. Man, why didn't I do this for my freaking video? This looks awesome. Sorry. So you can see the transparent plastic that we used for the what do you call it? The like this bit. But anyway, I digress. If you look just where the eyes are, I added in a blue light there, and you can see where the shoulder pad is just like nuzzling the helmet. You can still see that blue light that seems to come through there. So there you go. So yeah, that is what the lighting effect will ultimately look like. Let's get me back in focus, shall we? There we go. Apply. Good. That is a little to the side and a little low. There we go. That might be a little high, but that's fine. Okay, and back to here, Forge. Boop. There we go. Hey, Caustic, what's up? Yeah, it's really cool that the lighting does come through. So that's one thing we wanted to show off today was just the, kind of the lighting thing. So having the gemstone, or as our lovely friend from DM Stretch has said, OSL, or Object Source Lighting, will show up on the print when we get this thing printed out. Now, let me catch up on chat real quick. BW Rabbit Girl, hi! Nice to see you. And Avarian CA, thank you so much for the raid. All the love, all the wonderful things. For those of you who came with the raid, my name's Michael, Dead Aussie Gamer. I do tabletop role-playing, and on Wednesdays we build a community D&D character on Hero Forge and then have it printed, and then we review it. This is our Drow from a world that was run by lizard folk. the lizard folk have basically taken over and replaced most other races as the dominant species. Our character in this particular apocalyptic world is a drow who has been experimented on and transformed into a hybrid, a lizard folk drow kind of subspecies. They have no memory of how they became this way, and are on a kind of quest to discover who is responsible and bring them to justice or find out more. Or we haven't decided, but stuff. The transparency also does look really good. Yes, the only regret I had on the Spectre is that I didn't use enough transparency. I wanted to use more. I was like, man, I should have like made him like a ghost, like his lower body ghostly and stuff like that. But c'est la vie, as it were. Tales of Pesh, were you stoked about the Hero Forge STL subscription program? I haven't actually done it yet though. That is because I don't 3D print myself. But if you do 3D print, the STL subscription program is great. It just constantly gives you just a bunch of free STLs for a variety of their custom Hero Forge minis, and you just print. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Costa, interesting. When did you get mixed hands and feet? Mwah. Yes. So in order to do this, here's what I did. Let me break it down to you. So let's start with the eyes. Eyes are nice and easy. Paint decals, you just have to be very careful with the paint. So if you normally when you go to paint and you hit the face, it'll paint both eyes. But if you target a single eye, it'll only paint the one eye. So that's number one for the hybrid. Number two is we went with the body and we chose the lizard folk body, which gave us 2 lizard folk arms. But I then gave him a prosthetic arm, which is over here on this side, for an artificial hand on this side. Now, of course, you can't really tell the difference, but I just then painted it to look like a real hand, and Bob's your uncle, I have lizard hand, which also leads me to lizard jaw, as you can see there. And then I had that second hand. As for the feet, I was going to do the body for the feet, but that didn't work because the lizard folk feet don't allow for you to wear like boots or any foot accessories. So I went with a normal foot, added a shackle for one, and then I added for the other foot the monster leg. So as you can see there, we added the monster leg there. And then I added in a decal just for the fun of it. Of the legs with the angular tattoo to kind of give it like almost like a enchanted shackle on this side, just to kind of say like, hey, there's a shackle here, and then this is kind of like a tattoo that has recognized his transformation or that leg's transformation into a lizard, and so the shackle fell off. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. That is how we made the hybrid lizard folk with 1 lizard leg, 1 lizard arm, and the eye. And I love the fact that it's kind of got like a left side, right side, left side kind of like it is hodgepodge. It definitely feels that, which is great. Mudhole, hey, just tuning in. How's your day and night? Whatever it is. It is morning. It is good. It's going really, really well. I'm quite enjoying playing and making these RPG characters with my wonderful audience here today. Tales of Pesh, I've been using it for both STLs and the Unity files for Tabletop Simulator. See, I don't play enough Tabletop Simulator RPGs to warrant that, but, and this is just, kind of word on the street, is I'm preparing to use, what is it called? Tailspire. The moment that you can integrate Hero Forge minis to Tailspire, almost all my games are absolutely going to be on there, without a minute's issue. I'm actually even going to be looking at bringing on some map makers, and then actually building some stuff for Tailspire, like different custom maps. And it is sorry. Let me say this. Confirm 100%. Tailspire is talking to Hero Forge. I know that for a fact because the guy who I talked to from Hero Forge introduced me to the developers of Tailspire. Now, they've been very, very quiet because they're very, very busy, but there is communications happening there. It is in the plan. It is in the charts, which is awesome. And yes, that's fantastic. That's not an official announcement from me, but I know that it is something they're working on, so I can tell you that. That's fine. Okay. So I guess this is our final check for this character. So the final check is, have we got everything that we need? Have we made ourselves a hybrid drow lizard folk? And what story have we told? So let's do the big recap, and then if we're good, we're done. And then we'll go raid someone. Now, this is also an opportunity for anyone who wants me to review their Hero Forge mini. Do leave your links in chat, and I will check them out as well. So, character, legendary, drow, hybrid. Born into a world where the lizard folks dominate as the major species. No memory of themselves or how they became a hybrid. Survived in a blighted post-apocalyptic landscape. Avoiding lizard folk manhunters. I know this is, not politically correct, but what do you really want to call a manhunter? Telephone, telegraph, telewoman, telemichael. Yay! What? Lance. Alright. The only thing they have as a clue is a small crystal. Secret crystal is from the scientist that made him. And he is being spied upon. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, last checks. Do we have any white spots left? I think we got them all, which is good. I think we've got our little stone here, which is great. He doesn't have any weapons. But you know what? Ultimately, I don't think every single character needs a weapon. Do you know what I mean? Like, not every character needs that kind of like, yeah, cool, like, here's a sword, here's a shield, here's a thing. I think him not having stuff says more. And I like that. I definitely do like that. Forgot the gems, but don't point it out. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Sorry. We have our, we have T Dungeons take on our Hero Forge mini. Oh, no, sorry. No, this is, sorry. I thought you were playing around with it. That's okay. I will review that in just a moment. Yes, that'll happen. I will just open that up here. Because you sent me a picture of the Joker. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no pushback on it, we're gonna save this one, rename it as Legendary Hybrid Drow. It's your character just in a new fit. Well, you know what? I always love the Joker aesthetic. I really do. Okay. So, cool. So that one is now done. Now, keeping in mind, guys, before we print these out, we will be doing a big review of each of these models at the end of the season. So do stay tuned for that. We are now going to go and have a look at some of your stuff. Ooh, Myth's got something as well. I'm going to copy that one. There we go. All right. I love it. The Joker aesthetic is always a favorite of mine. So feedback here would be that you would definitely want to use a multitude of the different purples. The purples are great, and you want to have a look at these mixes. And if you really want to do this professional, is you make a copy of it and then just slightly darken it, and that's all you really need to do, right? Is to create that that secondary purple. And yeah, it literally makes like a world of difference. And then we can do it again. And then we can even make something lighter. See that?
And just having those different dynamics just add those extra layers and just make it really, really pop. Yeah, there you go. It's your character, just in your fit. Yep. No, I do love that. I do love that a lot. And of course, decals are always fun. You don't always need decals. And I want to say this. I definitely have fallen into a very bad habit of using decals for everything. But I want you all to know you absolutely do not need to use decals for everything. I don't know. I just love them. I think decals have made hairs just really kind of just stand out and look awesome. But yeah, no, that's very, very cool. That is very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I love that. Also, what did you use for the gemstone? Use the pinkest glow rock. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that too. How do I get the link? Okay, so if you want the link, go into where you would normally have your character. Go down to share, and then that's where you get the link as well. All right, let's see what Mythical sent us. Boom, there we go. Everon. Ooh, I'm liking it already. Very nice. Very nice here. I'm getting a. Have you ever watched the series Claymore? Claymore was an awesome anime that I thought was really cool. Decals can add a bit of realism to Hereford. Sometimes I miss HT. Sometimes it feels a bit cartoony. I like how you've added in a bunch of the decals too. So just so you know. You can, and I believe you added in a few layers already, but a little tiny bit of blush goes a very long way if you use it sparingly. Can I link them? No, I can't link them. Ugh, terrible. Very well. I mean, ideally, I want it to be... If I had more playtime, I'd play around with it a little bit more. But really making those cheekbones kind of pop is the name of the game of that one. So you really kind of make it look like those rigid outlines. But I would change that. See, if I were to go through here and look, you use the medium light. So I would go up maybe one shade, maybe 2 shades, maybe 3 shades. There we go. Yeah, 3 shades. That's it. It's very subtle. Maybe 2 shades was right. Yeah, 2 shades. That's it. It's very subtle. It's very subtle, but adds a layer of power to the character's jawline, which is really cool. No, I love everything about that. Looks really cool. Also, don't forget you got the finger there. I think that's blue, but maybe it's my eyes. Yeah, nice placement on the hip, which is nice. Now, if you also want to do something a little cheeky with it, what you can do is always remember having your elbow is your starting point for your poses, right? So if we look at that one, what I would say is she's putting a lot of her elbow out. So I would pose to change the elbow just to move it in a bit. You see that? And then what you can do is you can twist to follow a different kind of line. Have the hair sort of follow the flow and the contour of the actual twist. Right? So that it looks like her hair is actually turning. Same thing with the cape as well. But just watch what happens here. And then you twist the body ever so slightly. And then adjust the eyes to look in the direction she's moving. See, and just adding that, and just adding that slight, and I mean very, very slight, twist of movement to both the hair, the cape. Yeah, hairs and capes are awful. Hair, cape, and tail, because there's so many points of articulation, need a lot of time. But yeah, so but the big thing I want to, if you can walk away with anything on this one, it would be always make sure that any good martial artist knows elbows go in, elbows stay in and close, right? That's the golden rule. So that looks a lot more natural. That one looks like she's now like, you know, ready to go, good to go. So there you go. Would mirror work for linking? I don't know what mirror work would mean. I don't know what mirroring means, but I mean, yeah. Any link you send me, I'll take a quick look. Let's keep looking. Let's see. Decals are a bit more. May you ask what we're doing? James, sorry. Hi. I do apologize if I missed your thing. What are we doing? We are playing around with Hero Forge today. Well, normally what we do on Wednesday is we do a series called Legendary, where I sit down with the audience, we come up with a character idea, and we make a Hero Forge mini. This was the one that we made today. This is our Drow who has been experimented on by lizard folk. He's very cool, very awesome. And then towards the end, we get you guys to share your Hero Forge minis, and I critique them a bit, maybe give them a little bit of a pep. And then that's basically it. But in essence, I think you did really, really well with this myth. I really think like literally the only other edition is like just so tiny. I don't know if you have access to it because again, it's still in its beta phase, beta phase. But of course, is the dynamic lighting effect, which you don't need that much intensity, but if you just add in some of that, to the lighting. And look, I like the transparent plastics for stuff, but I definitely for the flames and stuff like that, I don't know, maybe it's me, but I still really prefer just that lovely orange. You know what I mean? Nice, bright, vibrant. Because don't forget that these print out super tiny. So ultimately, you want stuff that's going to look really clear and crisp. That would probably be my only advice if you were getting this printed. As it is, the transparent one's fine, but yeah, if you're getting it printed, then look at that. All right, let's see who else sent us stuff. Newbie Goddess. Let's have a look at your one, shall we? Oh, and you know what? Here, just because I'm a really nice guy, I'm going to, hold on, let me copy that, paste that, there we go. All right, so I'm going to save this and then share that. So this is the one with some of the minor changes that I made, just so that you don't have to mess around with the cape and stuff. But feel free to take it or leave it, either or is fine. Okay, Newbie Goddess, I'm brand new to Hero Forge. This is only my third character messing around with her. Wow. I mean, flat out, just wow. That is incredible. That is amazing. Being dead honest, I haven't actually used mermaid tails before. I love what you've done with the seaweed and the seahorse. This is really, really cool. Yeah, I don't think there's much feedback I can give on this. I mean, probably the only thing I would say is that I would look at just some of the different colors. Not big things, but like, for example, white is a very very tricky color. So adding in just a bit of sand, kind of using that bulky beige to kind of give it that sandy look, would be probably my first suggestion there. You have a lot of the blues and the vibrant colors in the body, so I would maybe look at toning down the skin tone, maybe just 1 step or 2 steps, maybe. Is that no? 3 steps? And the only reason is, actually, no, you know what? Yeah. No, sorry, no, you were correct on that one. Yeah, I was gonna say because you've got the blue here that kind of just connects here to the elbows, to the forearms. Sorry, so that probably be the only thing is to look at see how to like kind of meld or merge those. I mean, maybe it could be as little as just that, maybe, but something to kind of bind it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't look like she's just got growths. Hair looks perfect. The coral outfit looks amazing. No, this looks just great. This looks absolutely great. Again, if you're playing with lighting, you can also go with like what is effectively environmental lighting, and you don't even need to do anything with that. So as you can see there, we've got the lighting source like just at the back. We can even maybe raise it a bit. We'll have it go down from below, right? And then it just adds that layer of like kind of like King Trident kind of like bioluminescence, which I think looks really sweet. Yeah, looks just absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. But no, you did a phenomenal job. If this is your third one, then wow. Absolutely wow. Medbrecker gives the Warhammer vibes. Yeah, Warhammer vibes very strong. Pixie! Hi. I'm working through chat. I do apologize. I am falling behind. Jesus. Quick, end the stream. A variance here. That's looking more natural. Cabs giving me trouble. Want to help Dag Fitness? Please don't. I'm good. I'm sore now. Let's see. Oh, you're making me blush. Yay. All right. I went with white because the sand where I am is sugar white. Really? Wow. That makes sense. I mean, given where you are. Yeah. But yeah, you can always. I mean, there's so many different ways you can like kind of like even adding like that bone, that rotting bone kind of look. I know it says rotting bone, but I mean, come on, that looks amazing. That looks literally like it's the bottom of a beautiful pool of water, So yeah, lots of really cool things there. All right. Let's see. We don't have any more links from anyone in the chat, so I think that's going to kind of bring us to the end of today's session. I guess the last thing I will look at for today is, as I mentioned, we have our legendary character who is now moving into the legendary. Let's have another quick peek at last week's character, just so that if anyone has any thoughts on it, we can do that. We can make some thoughts. Play Nerds Ally. No, you've just walked in. Yeah, we just finished up our Drow Lizard Folk hybrid. And we're just wrapping up. If you have any Hero Forge models that you would like me to examine, do let me know, and I will more than happily examine them. So yeah, behold, this is the one that we made last week. This is our glam rock Tabaxi Bard, who's Scottish and is just fabulous. I love him. Yeah, he is. He's got a dad bod. He was formerly a very successful musician who struck a deal with fairies to get to be a very popular musician, but has grown old and wants to prove to the world that he's not done yet. I love it. I love him. I love everything about him. Who else do I have that's new and fun? Oh, Rise of the Runelords. Yes, I should probably tell you this. So, Rise of the Runelords, we have a series of new models for Rise of the Runelords. Is it refundant? I don't know. I don't know what refundant means. I'm not smart. But yes. So, Rise of the Runelords. So, those of you who don't know, I run a show on... I'm part of a show on Sundays for Rise of the Runelords, which is a Pathfinder 1st Edition game. We are heading into Book 3, which means we are officially entering the halfway point of the Rise of the Runelords saga. So, in order to commemorate that, I have created a bunch of brand new characters for the series. Starting, of course, with our GM Jared, who is from Nothing Ventured, Nothing Gamed. So I have the floating D20 and the 2 magic hands. So that D20 is based on his logo. We also had yeah, it's just him. By the way, if you want to know how I made it float, I gave him a second hand, which is sticking out of his chest. Look, there's only so much I can do, okay? That's it in a nutshell. Then we have, of course, our heroes. We have, let's see, we have Rain, who is our Alceste, basically a moose person, who is our druid, who has gone through quite a lot in recent days. Yeah, she's so sweet and she's so wonderful, and she has been through hell. She's there with her little buddy Twilo. We then have our dear Stitch Witch, Nexon, who made very good use of the makeups and the like. I do love how we've kind of managed to make that rope look like it's sort of come out and started just casting spells through her rope and her magics, because that's how it works. If you want to know how we did that, we had a rope lasso. This is an armadillo tail that I made her grow, and then I kind of twisted it so that it came out like that. And then it looked really cool. It came out super nice. We then have, of course, our wonderful Malvolo, who is where is Malvolo? How did I lose my character? There he is. Malvolo. So this is my character, the inventor, who is a puppeteer. This one was actually really difficult because I loved the first model that I made, and I just couldn't figure out a way to upgrade him. So I gave him a scarf. I gave him a doll to actually stitch together. I gave him a couple of little tools on his side and backpack tools. So yeah, he is now looking Mastercraft level fleek. So I'm super happy with how he came out. And of course our dear friend Kalodi, who is our puppet, who has now been equipped with a chainsaw, a lightning chainsaw. Don't ask me why. That's actually a legit thing you can do in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I didn't even make it up. It wasn't a custom thing. If you have the innovation of a construct in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, one of the upgrades you can get is a buzzsaw, which I then applied to a sword, and, well, there you go. And then enchanted it with electricity. So it is an electric chainsaw that I've somehow managed to get. So there you go. So how would I share a Hero Forge image with you? Okay, so Hero Forge image. Go into your thing up here. Go down to share, and then you should be able to share them there. So there you go. All right, let's have a look. Play Nerd Ally. Let's have a look at yours. Copy, paste, boom. Tallowtail. Already love it. I mean, yeah, wow. That is awesome. I love how you've got the hair being almost nestled by that little arcing crown thing. That's really cool. That's very cool. Oh man, he looks like such a dapper gentleman too. All I want to do here is I'm gonna play around, but this is all I really want to do more than anything else is I want to. All I want to do here is just... Also, don't mind me at all. That one? Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. All I really want to do is just that lovely, awesome, what do you call it, turtle shell, look, just making him, kind of really pop those angles. Oh, no, that's not right. I love that. I love the idea of just this old, very very, kind of like your typical kind of butlery kind of vibe. I love him. I love him to bits. He is incredible. Well done. Well done. Let's see. The whole crew. Yay! Yes, the whole crew. The whole crew. I have a few here, unfortunately, but they're awfully plain and feel nervous to share them. That's okay. That's okay. They're not all characters need to be, super, amazing. Let's see. Mythical Curian with another one here. Let's have a quick look. Bam! Not found. What do you mean not found? Copy. Let's try that again. There we go. Ah, no, I do love this one. I have seen this one before. This is definitely one of my all-time favorites. I love the Scully look and stuff. There's lots of really cool things happening here. Again, the only difference that I would probably say is like having like just some of the different blues, like just slightly different. But no, the rats are great. I love this kind of rat catcher kind of vibe to the character, and that he's like just super. Look at him, he's just super chipper and super. He's just so happy and friendly. I definitely love, like, if I were playing like a necromancer character, he would definitely be something like this. I would definitely see myself playing something like this. All right, this one is from Play Nerds Ally. Another one here. I like this one. Oh, that's the same one. Yep. Which I do like. I do like that one. And then we have Sable Arcadia. Or Aradia, sorry. Sable Aradia. Also, hi, Sable. Hi. Ooh, Silver Demon. I like it. Actually, he's in disguise as a butler. He looks very old, but he's got a 20 dex and has a soul knife. Super dapper, but the box he carries is a tea set, and each utensil unscrews into a tea set. That's very creative. I like that. I love that idea. Yeah, okay. Wow, that is really cool. That's very unique. That is very unique. I think probably my only concern with that one is the difference in the silvers. Let me see if I can look at the mix here. So you've got. So what do you have for the face? If I had to guess, which I am guessing, no. I'll get there. It's not those. Definitely not those. Must be that. Yeah. Okay, cool. I would start at the base with that silver just to kind of blend it a bit. Maybe even look at the eyebrows being blended. Maybe? No, probably not. And then go towards the harsher shades at the tips. Do you know what I mean? That way it sort of leads in and leads out. To like those edges. No, that's terrible. But you know what I mean, like yeah, just kind of create that kind of flowing and evolving metal. You know what? Let me show you what I mean. There's a character I did it with, and it came out beautifully. This guy here. Yeah, it's not so much critique, but yeah. So here, as you look here, so there's like multiple different layers of different colors. But we went with the same color that went up to here, and then it evolved into that, and then you kind of had this like nice blending that kind of happened between the two. So if you can do that with the metals, that would be very cool, I think. That would be very, very cool. Quicksilver is a silver half-dragon enchantress priestess of a trickster god. She's also a space pirate. Messing with that silver took work. It's metal silver with the fuzz filter out. Nice. Very nice, very nice. NVNG just raided. Hi guys. Hello. Sorry, again, I'm very behind on chat at the moment. Also, Jared, if for those of you in the NVNG raid, I was just showing off the Rise of the Runelord guys, and look at him. Look at this GM Jared guy. Yeah, and that's the NVNG dice right there for you guys. So there you go. Enjoy that, raiders. That is just for you. Plant Monster, thank you for the follow. And if you guys want to see NVNG, NVNG's GM Jared coming and playing with us on Sundays, do give us a follow, because he runs a tight game of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which we love. So, yeah, there you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that brings us to the end of today's session, unfortunately. But I will ask one last time, if anyone has any other Hero Forge minis they would like to show off, this is the final call, and we will maybe look at like one. I will show off maybe one more Hero Forge model, because I didn't show it off during Legendary last week. I showed it off during a different stream, and that is my... this is a character I have made for a D&D PvP game. One of our lovely characters, one of our lovely members in chat will know who this individual is. He is a version of a... let's see. It is a D&D 5th edition Warforged Paladin Wizard that I made. His name is Atlas, and he is basically unbreakable. I made him so that his armor and his AC were nearly undefeatable, and yeah, he is absolutely awesome. But there you go. Whoosh. All right. Okay. So let's have a look. One final look at our project for today. This is, of course, our... Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change his height. You are very short. There you go. You can be a little taller, I guess. I do like you being a little underweight. But there you go. This is our lizard folk. Actually, you can be a little shorter. There you go. Lizard folk. He is our drow lizard folk hybrid from a world of D&D where most of society, most of the different cultures have been wiped out, and the lizard folk have taken over. What has basically happened here is a drow has been captured and partially transformed into a lizard folk, and he is trying to discover why. The only clue that he has is this strange object that he was in possession of. But other than that, he has no memories at all and no recollection of how he ended up in his current state. So that is the story of this individual. We have saved him. We are going to now share him one final time. We are going to share him in chat here for you guys who have just joined us, and we are also going to share him in our Discord. So do be sure to come check us out on Discord if you want to come chat, and especially if you want to, sort of talk Hero Forge models and ideas for characters and things. That's kind of what we do. All right, who are we gonna go raid? Let's go raid someone. Who we gonna raid? Who is going up and doing things? Oh, Dat Dragon Network is doing some pretty cool stuff. Who else is doing things? Let's see, there's Madame Gandalf, Level Up Dice. Lots of people doing stuff. Shaylin's Legacy. Let's see. Do you know who we haven't raided? No, they should be finishing soon, though. I don't want to send you to a raid that's just going to be ending. Let's go. You know what? Yeah, no. Let's go see system support. So we're going to send you over to Inverted Axes. Now, Inverted Axes are a wonderful group of role players who are currently doing a Monster of the Week adventure. We also know that they do Through the Breach, which many of you know is one of my favorite role-playing games. So do be sure to go give them a follow, give them a like, flood them in chat with all of those raid emotes. For those of you who are now subscribers of the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, do be sure to blast them with this as we unleash the horde upon them. So yes, be sure to join them for that with me, you wonderful and amazing individuals. Through the Breach, right? I mean, so hard to find people that play it. I am still trying to get my own Through the Breach game up and running, which will happen at some point, but, c'est la vie, as it were. We will see it soon. Join us next time. What are we doing next? Tonight, we have Curse of Strahd on in, let's see, what is it, 10 hours? 10 hours from now, Curse of Strahd. That's when we're going to be here next. Thank you so much once again, everyone. I hope that you have a wonderful, amazing, and very, very blessed weekend. I forgot what day it is. And of course, till we are looking at each other next, As always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye bye.